Alright, what is going on, guys? We got two brand new characters coming to the game. Spider-Verse characters. We got we got Stealth Suit Spider-Man, which we uploaded a video on him breaking down all of his abilities. If you guys want to see that video, a link to it will be in the description below, along with a link to the man who got these leaked kind of stuff, data mined it, Otrix, huge shout out to that guy, man. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Mysterio breaking down his abilities, and these are not quite leaked early data mine like what you're probably used to seeing. These are taken from, we actually have the actual numbers in game of a 565, so we can get a much better idea versus like the squiggly line, the numbers in squiggly lines where you don't really know the values and kind of guessing some of the stuff, and it's all kind of all over the place. It's just kind of confusing. I find that kind of confusing to read. But these, man, it's much easier in the in-game format with the numbers, much easier for me to understand and break down for you guys. So now we're going to be talking about Toilet Bowl Fish Head Man Mysterio, dude. He looks really, really cool. He's tech, which makes sense to me, what I always thought he was going to be, because the only Mysterio I really know is the one from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. That's my Spider-Man. Like, that's what I really know. I've watched that series a couple times. Watched it as a kid, and I watched it a couple times like a year ago, right? It was on Netflix. I love that show. And Mysterio was on there, and basically where he comes from is he worked on like movie sets doing like special effects and stuff. And he's all about illusions, man. He's not actually mystical. He shouldn't be mystic. It's all technology and stuff. And illusions, like magicians aren't actually magic, in real life. It's all illusions and stuff. And he uses technology to make those illusions. So tech makes perfect sense to me. So let's get into some of these abilities. Let's first start off with the synergies, because there's some interesting ones here. So the first one is with Night Thrasher. So Mysterio, when dashing forward, Mysterio has a 70% chance to inflict the opponent with falter. For the duration of the dash, opponents suffering falter have a 100% chance to miss their attacks. So man, this is an interesting one. I guess you can dash at the opponent. I guess maybe if you're like going for an intercept, but you're not really sure, you go for it, and if you see the falter, you're good. Either way, either you land the intercept, or they'll miss, and then you counter. But what if it doesn't trigger? I don't know. It's a 70% chance for it to trigger. So I don't know, man. Maybe that could be good. Gonna kind of have to see how it actually functions in game in a fight. I have to really test it firsthand to know. Then he's got some synergies with the Daredevils. Poison durations are increased by 2%, which could be good. This guy has some interesting poison damage. He might be one of the most. I think he'll definitely be the strongest poison like per poison. Like Dr. Voodoo might be better because he can stack up more poisons, but this guy's good because his poison will hit really hard. Then he has enhanced illusionist with Stealth Spidey. That's what I'm going to be calling him, Stealth Spidey. Reflection, illusion, and frenzy gas last for an additional 2 seconds. That can be pretty good actually, because all those stuff, he does them on the special 1, 2, and 3, which do some interesting effects. So just adding more time onto those could be very good. All right, that's pretty good. This next synergy, I was really excited when I first saw it, but then I realized I think it's only for Emma Frost and Mysterio. Basically, it grants immunity to reversed controls, which is pretty cool. It would be really cool if this extended to everyone on the team, but maybe that would be a little too powerful. But that's cool that he can get immunity to reverse controls with that synergy. And then he also just has one more synergy with a bunch of the Spider characters. Spider-Gwen's in this last one too. 8% attack. 8% is pretty good. So yeah, that's not bad. Awesome. Now, let's talk about his actual abilities. So, lethal gas. Mysterio gains 1 chemical gas every 6 seconds. This signature ability reminds me most of Symbiote Supreme's signature ability. It's basically where Mysterio's not going to need to be awakened, but his awakened ability is going to help out just to do stuff faster. Like Symbiote Supreme's awakened ability is he places a stagger on the opponent every X amount of seconds. I think it's 10 seconds at Sig 200. I'm not even sure. But basically Mysterio can get these chemical gas normally, but it speeds things up with the signature ability, right? Same as Sim Supreme. So I don't think he's going to need to be awakened. It'll just be nice to really get him going quicker. And so passive Mysterio's, this is actually really interesting. Me and Panaman Pew were talking about this, and we're wondering if there's going to be an animation to show it. Basically, Mysterio's ability accuracy cannot be decreased, and he's immune to all poison effects, so he's poison immune. However, if knocked down by a Spider-Verse hero, so, like Miles Morales, any of the Spider-Man heroes, or inflicted with an armor break, his helmet is cracked for 10 seconds, temporarily disabling these benefits. So he won't be poison immune, and his ability accuracy could be decreased. That's not even that bad of like a negative for having an armor break or being knocked down. So that's not too bad. But what me and people are wondering is if there's going to be a cool animation, like with his helmet kind of cracked, maybe some gas leaking out. Like that would look really, really cool. I don't think there's going to be. I hope there is, though. I hope there is an animation for it. All right, now let's talk about the chemical gas passive. So Mysterio's second medium attack generates 1 chemical gas. So out of that, I pretty much read that as you get 1 per combo. Stacking up to 3 total. Gas can't be generated while his helmet is cracked. That's really the downside, I think, for his helmet being cracked. You just can't generate gas in that time. So pretty much don't get hit by a heavy versus a Spider-Verse character, and don't get armor broken. Landing a heavy attack with 1 or more chemical gas consumes them and inflicts the opponent with a single poison debuff, dealing 4,000 a little over 4,000 direct damage per chemical gas consumed over 8 seconds, and reducing health recovery by 30%. So is there like an extra reduction to health recovery on top of the poison already? I wonder. But yeah, that's going to be pretty good. So you can have 3 chemical gases up. So using a heavy attack, we have 3 of them up. We'll do 12,000 damage. And there's a way to get this increased by 300%. So 12,000 increased by 100% would be 24,000 increased by another 100% would be what, 36. You could get if I'm doing the math right, it might not be 48,000 poison debuff. That could be insane, man. That could be some absolutely insane poison damage, and that's 1 single debuff. The only thing that worries me slightly is if it's 1 poison debuff, that means like masochism would shrug it off easily. The good thing about like poison debuff and getting another one can kind of apply them more, but okay. Just that's some gnarly poison damage. So that's pretty sweet, man. And then while inflicted by Mysterio's poison, Spider-Verse heroes can't evade. That's pretty nice. So he kind of gets Venom's passive that Spider-Verse heroes just can't evade when he has the poison on them. The poison only lasts for, I think it's only over 8 seconds. That's not that long of a duration. And then this is a cool little piece of thing on 4th light attack. So I guess again once per combo, or if you do 4 lights, then I guess you're skipping out on a medium. Is like that's, or I guess maybe it's just over 2 combos. Your 4th light attack. Okay, that wouldn't be too bad then. But 100% chance to inflict a heal block passive, not a debuff, a passive, preventing the opponent from healing for 1 second. This duration increases by 2+ seconds for each chemical gas Mysterio has. So if you have 3 of them up at a time, so that'll be, what, 7 seconds? That's pretty good. And 2-ish combos, that's not bad. So I feel like this could be good for like Mr. Sinister, putting a passive heal block on him or something, or maybe just for a node. And the good thing is it's a passive and not a debuff. So again, for like masochism, it couldn't just be shrugged off. No one's heal block passive immune, so that's cool. And then so now let's get into his special attacks. This was with the synergy where it increased with Stealth Suit Spidey. Every one of these got increased by 2 seconds. So for the special attack 1, Mysterio gains a reflection gas passive lasting for 4 seconds, and all his chemical gas is consumed, each adding 1 second to the duration. If struck while reflection gas is active, the incoming damage is stored upon expiry. 70% of the damage taken is reflected on the opponent, and Mysterio immediately regenerates 100% of the damage he took. So this is interesting. I started thinking about like where you could use this, and it sounds kind of sketchy. But you could get this to, you get 3 seconds for the chemical gas, so that's 7 seconds plus the synergy. So you get it up to 9 seconds. That's pretty long. You could easily take 2 combos in 9 seconds. So let your opponent hit you, right? As long as maybe if you had the Heimdall synergy, could be okay. Maybe if you had the Heimdall synergy as like a safety net, because I feel like if you accidentally died, that would not be good. But let's say you have the Heimdall synergy, you activate this. Let's say you get it to maximum amount of time, so 9 seconds. You just let your opponent hit you, man, for 9 seconds, do as much damage, and then 70% of the damage they did is reflected, and you regenerate 100% of the damage you took, and that's probably increased with the recovery mastery, so you could actually heal more. Could be interesting, man. It seems kind of sketchy, but with Heimdall, could be a pretty safe thing to do. So it's interesting. I like it, man. I like it. More interesting abilities on characters I like. Now with Special 2, Mysterio gains an illusion gas passive lasting 4 seconds, and all his chemical gases consumed, each adding 1 second to its duration. So this one you can get maxed up to 7 seconds, normally with the synergy, again, 9 seconds. While active, the opponent is inflicted with a power drain debuff, losing 6% of their max power per second. That's his power drain seems pretty good. So let's do the math here. What did I say? Max was 9 seconds. 9 times 6 is what? 54? Am I doing that correctly? Yeah, 54. So if you could drain over half of their power, that's pretty solid, man. And that just gets applied. That just gets applied to them when you use the Special 2. So that's pretty good. While active, all incoming attacks have a 25% chance to miss. So that's like 25% chance to miss. That's pretty bad. But then it goes to 100% when you're charging a heavy attack. So that's interesting, man. That's interesting. So you drop the Special 2, charge a heavy, let them come at you, miss, drop the heavy, free in. And then with the Special 3, man, is how you increase your poison damage. So Mysterio gains a Frenzy Gas passive lasting 10 seconds, and all his chemical gas is consumed, each adding 4 seconds to its duration. So you could get to 10, 14, 18, 22, plus 2 from the synergy. 24 seconds you get this up for. And while Frenzy Gas is active, Mysterio gains 6,864 attack rating. That's basically like one of Namor's Furies from his Special 3. A big, beefy attack rating. And the potency of his poisons are increased by 300%. That's where I got that 300% number from. So if I did the math right, you could get a 48,000 debuff of poison. And during all this time, you get this huge attack rating. So Special 3 kind of seems like the way to go to me. That's the way I think I'd be going. And if you have that synergy, man, you can keep the uptime up for a long time. 24 seconds. You're going to have this massive attack rating. And if you get off any poisons, their potency is going to be increased by 300%. That's going to be ridiculous, man. That is awesome. And if you're versing a poison immune character, then you don't really have to worry about using heavy attacks and trying to get off your poison debuffs. Then you can pretty much just use the chemical gas stuff towards your special attacks, because remember, every time you use a special, it consumes your chemical gas. You're going to have to rebuild them up, and you have a max of 3. You basically get one for every combo, and with the signature ability, you get you can get one every 6. Is that a 6? Every 6 seconds at Sig 200. So you'll get them pretty fast, especially if you're Sig 200. So yeah, I feel like, man, Special 3 is the way to go. And yeah, that poison damage is going to be nuts. So Mysterio, man, he seems pretty solid. And if you need power drain, you have that utility on the Special 2. You have a poison immunity. You have a heal block just going. Mysterio sounds really solid. Man, he kind of sounds better than maybe Stealth Suit Spidey. Just, I don't know, he seems like he has a lot going on. I feel like he might hit pretty hard too. And the synergies are pretty interesting. So overall, man, wow, I'm actually kind of more excited for Mysterio now. Dang it. The thing is, I don't have a tech gem because I just awakened Ghost, and I don't have any tech Sig Stones because I gave them all to Ghost. But man, Mysterio seems pretty dope. And his prestige is 10,550, which, that's pretty good, man. That's, that's not bad. My prestige is actually about to be 10,550 actually on the dot once I get my thing to Sig 200. That's actually kind of funny. So yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad prestige. Man, this guy sounds awesome. Mr. Fishbowl Head, man, he sounds pretty good. Let me know what you guys think of Mysterio. He actually kind of sounds better than Stealth Suit Spidey. Maybe I need to play them both to know, but just by the abilities, I really like Power Drain. I like his poison because not many characters have poison damage. It's really only Dr. Voodoo and kind of Archangel really at this point. So another poisoner is fantastic, and just the passive poison immunity as long as his helmet's not cracked. Sounds pretty good. So man, Mysterio sounds really, really dope to me. Let me know what you guys think. Again, huge shout out to Otrix for getting all this information. Again, a link to his channel will be in the description. If you guys want to see the Stealth Suit Spidey information breakdown, it will also be in the description below. Go ahead and check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like, share with your alliance mates. Let me know which one you guys are more excited for, Mysterio or Stealth Suit Spidey. Man, I cannot wait to see this movie for real. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Peace out.